Well, that video just made my heart sing. That video was so wonderful. So I don't know, can't really follow that up. But my name's Carly Goff. I'm with the Applied Theater Center. Brittany Preston here also works with me. And we do theater workshops for educational purposes, for therapeutic purposes. And since it's theater and everything that we do is interactive, we don't perform for people. We perform with them or we do workshops with them. So in that spirit, I'm going to warm you guys up. This is what we do anytime that we have an audience. Okay, so you're going to raise your right hand. You're just going to make a cross with your finger. Easy. Right? Oh, you guys are great. And then take your left hand, you're going to make a circle with your finger. Easy, easy. And now do it at the same time. Circle and a cross. Right? Kind of makes your brain sort of that gets your weight. Good job. Okay. And then we always start our workshops with introductions. And some places we go every week, they all know each other's name. But the point is to share the focus, to check in with each other to see where we're at. Okay, so we're going to demonstrate that. So we always start, I would say my name and do some sort of sound and movement, and then you'd all repeat it back. Okay, so I can go like, Carly. Carly. Good. And Brittany, who are you?
I'm sure. Brittany.
Brittany. And we don't have time for everybody to do this, but can I have a couple volunteers who'd like to introduce themselves? Yes, here we go.
Bridget.
And one more.
Jake.
Jake. Good. So we can always do that in a circle. So, great job. And like I said, we always want to start checking in with everyone in the room, getting ourselves present, making eye contact, laughing, getting ourselves warmed up for the workshop. So the Applied Theater Center, our motto is we do good through theater, and we work with a variety of organizations all around the upstate. So what's Applied Theater? Applied Theater uses theatrical methodology to help people understand and rehearse solutions to their problems. So basically we're using theater activities, but it's not like we're putting on a play necessarily. We're doing games, we're doing role plays, we're creating scenes to help with social skills, to help with eye contact, with listening, practicing situations in real life, maybe acting out the thoughts in our head. Maybe I play myself and Brittany's going to be the good voice in my head, and someone else is going to be the voice telling me that I can't, I'm going to fail, and I have to fight those voices. There's all different ways of bringing our thoughts and our actions to life. Okay, and our mission is to build bridges between organizations. Okay, so we collaborate with a lot of organizations to help them meet the goals that they have for individuals and populations. So if we were working, for instance, with the Einstein Academy, and they wanted to work on their attention spans, we would create a theater workshop to look at that skill. If they wanted to work on socializing or emotional intelligence, we create workshops to meet those needs. So we try to collaborate and find organizations where we think that theater would be a good tool to take what they're doing to the next level. Okay, we started in 2011. Dale Savage, who's a theater professor at North Greenville University. He was contacted by a woman whose son had autism, and she was wondering if theater could help her son. And Dale said, probably. And he started looking into it and discovered this whole world of applied theater. There's people across the country and the world doing theater with autism. And that was his window into applied theater, and then he discovered that there's theaters they're using to meet all kinds of needs. So it started off with a conference where he brought people from across the country who do theater in prisons or theater to look at social justice issues, theater with autism, all kinds of stuff. I brought them together for a training, and then it's just grown since then. He brought in Brittany to do some workshops. I moved here a year and a half ago to work with the Applied Theater Center, and so we've been growing. Right now we do 8 workshops every week with different organizations. This is what I counted at least this morning, I think we have 8. We have 3 different workshops that meet either bi-weekly or once a month, and then we do various trainings throughout the year. Some organizations we just go once a year, twice a year, once a semester, depending on what the need is. So here's some of our programs, just so it'll give you a better idea, a concrete idea of what we do. We do something called the Playback Cafe. It's at Triune Mercy Center, which is a church that works with a lot of homeless people. And one thing that the homeless has said is that they don't feel heard, they feel ignored. People don't make eye contact with them, that sort of thing. So Playback Cafe is once a month. It's instead of a Sunday service in the evening, it's a performance where we get stories from the audience and we play them back to the audience. We improvise them right then and there. And it's a way for their stories to be heard and for them to see what happened to them, maybe in a different light. It's really a great community builder in the audience. And oftentimes, this is our Christmas performance, we get them on stage. So like, we acted out the Christmas story, but it was totally improvised. We just grabbed people and they came up, and then we had some Bible verses, and so it's a great community builder. We have our autism spectrum group. We meet twice a month. So these are young adults on the autism spectrum, and we look at social skills. We go through different topics like bullying, how to interrupt a conversation in a polite way, how to just leave someone a message on the phone, all different kind of social skills. And then we also do a performance twice a year. So right now, they've written a play about superheroes. They're really it's based on Star Wars, and they're really into superheroes. And we're performing that at the Kroc Center on the 27th of May. So that's a cool group, and that's funded by Barbara Stone. You know Barbara Stone.
Carly, I
Yeah.
just hate to interrupt. Could you send me information on the May 27th performance?
Yes.
And I'll send it out to a blast with Greenville Can.
Yes.
Send it to me soon. I'll try to get it out first of the week.
Thank you. We also work with White Horse Academy. It's a program with the Phoenix Center for young men. It's a rehab program. It's a 9-week, I think, rehab program. And we go once a week and we do drama therapy, and where they enact past behavior, or they look at future behavior. They look at what their social circle is like, what people maybe they want to take out of their lives or add into their lives. We look at their strengths and their talents as opposed to just their deficits. And they also do some improvisation too. Brittany works with them. We work at the Greenville County Juvenile Detention Center. We've been there about a year now. We go once a week. It's one of my favorite programs that we do. And this is one of the guys, he's working on a mask. They made masks where the outside of the mask was how the world sees them, and then the inside of the mask is how they see themselves. So we do all kinds of different activities. We do theater, we do some art, we do all kinds of stuff. And we really try to be learner-centered, physically active, intellectually stimulating, look at positive decision-making and group collaboration. It is a population, they're always changing, so sometimes it's hard to look at group dynamics, but we want to help them see themselves beyond someone beside an inmate. We want them to see that they have so much potential. We work with Recess at the Y for adults with special needs. We go about once a month. Last summer, we took them to Alchemy Theater at Coffee Underground, and they got to order coffee and socialize and see the play. And then we've also done workshops where they create scenes and do a lot of social skills stuff as well. They're such a fun group. They always crack me up. And we work with Thrive Upstate. We have people here from Thrive. Brittany and I both do that. We work at the Patrick Center and the Blue Ridge. And we do creative activities with them. We look at social skills. We also we're looking at things in the workplace. They're writing a play. My group right now is writing a play about how do you work with someone who bullies you at work, or how do you deal with conflict, or how do you deal with someone's noisy and distracting you. They created a play. I think I have some pictures. Well, this is last week. We had to go to Center Stage, and they got to be on the set at Center Stage and do their workshop on the stage, which was really fun. And then last year they did a performance. They did a play based on the Andy Griffith Show. And they were characters of Andy Griffith, but then Opie died, and it was very sad, but then it ended with a dance party anyway. But it gives them a chance to be creative, to try on different roles. They took to get out of the center to go, we meet at a church downtown. So we have a lot of fun, and they did a talent show, and they got to perform for each other, and then we're going to do our play about workplace stuff in a few months, so they'll get to share that with their other coworkers to look at problem solving at work. And then this play ended with a dance party, which was really fun. So I just want to show you that. And so I just want to look at why theater. There's so many activities that you can do that can be positive. So why theater? We believe that theater is really effective tool because one, it's a great format to observe your behavior and to observe the behavior of others. So instead of just talking about our behavior, we actually get to see it. And we get to see other people. It's a process for testing actions that are transformative. So to test out, like, I want to try this new behavior, but I get to do it in a way that's really safe. It's not the real world. And I can do it in the guise of fiction, in the play, and see how it works, or see how it might change my community, or it might change my friends. So we think that's really powerful. It's also a rehearsal for change. Once again, you can practice something maybe you're not ready to try in real life, but you can practice it in the safety of a workshop. And that's a quote by Augusto Boal, who created a lot of this kind of theater in Brazil in the 70s. Also, words can be limiting, and theater uses your whole body and your whole mind. So some things are beyond our ability to express them, or some people with disabilities have a problem processing language, but they can process it if we, using different parts of their brain, or using their bodies, or just try. Like sometimes we can't talk about what we're doing, but we just have to do it, and we can learn a better way of doing it. And it also allows participants to experience the impact and the practicality of actions. So, you know, sometimes we work with groups and they make outlandish suggestions. And we're like, okay, well, let's try it out. And then we play it out and realize, that's crazy. You can't really do that in real life. But instead of telling them that, let's have them try it and see what happens, see the consequences of trying things. So I think that is it. Do you want to add anything? Did I miss anything? Okay. Any questions?
Fun.
Yeah, we have a great time. Yeah.
Who is the youngest age, like a group, youngest age, a group?
The youngest age we work with regularly are teenagers. I have done some stuff with preschoolers recently, and with elementary school students. But for the most part, we're like teenagers now. But we definitely want to expand. Well, I just started working with senior citizens too. So we want to work with as many different populations as possible, and I think these techniques are effective, definitely, with all kinds of populations. Yes, sir?
How did you get started?
Long story short, so I've done theater my whole life, but I had an experience with God.